know we shouldn't do this, but we're gonna peek ahead a little bit at the 2024 free agent scheduled to be free agent list and prognosticate based on those guys having one more year left how we will operate and move in the next calendar year. What's up? It's your boy Cintron. Come back after another analysis slash news video, and I kid you not, that's my real name. Actually, there'll be no news today. Just be looking into the future. Anyways, like the article said, title, a peek ahead to the Eagles 2024 free agents. So let's look at Jimmy. I have a love-hate relationship with this guy, Kimsky, and see who's going to be available. So we have the biggest name on the list and one who's set to get paid this offseason, but I mean, we'll see how it goes. I think he will get extended, but it just, he's on the list just because as of the moment, he is not. One, Jalen Hurts. So he's scheduled to be a free agent in 2024, but there's no way the Eagles are going to let this happen. They're going to lock him down, so just take him off the list. But interesting to see him on there. Jason Kelsey, I think he hangs it up, and then he leaves us a hole there at center. But I think his replacement, Cam Beef Jurgens, who was drafted in the second round last year, he's going to fill in that guard this year, but he'll slide into the center position, but that will create a vacancy we'll have to fill later. At guard, which we could seek a positional replacement, also depth signing, a depth player in this draft or in the next. Could fill it, I think it would be more wise to fill it with just a prior to free agent, street free agent, one of those two. Fletcher Cox. I didn't want to say that. Fletcher Cox is going to man the number 2, most likely. On D tackle position alongside Jordan Davis, and then he's gonna ride off into greener pastures to get paid next offseason. Brandon Graham, this might be his last OK Corral as well. I'm sure he'd be amenable to coming back next year, but I don't think this will be his last year, but it could be his last year as an Eagle. Swiss Army knife, Jack Driscoll, guard and tackle. He's filled in, at left tackle, and right guard. So maybe we might be able to retain his services, but he could, like I said, get a starting role here. I think he goes off and gets paid as well, commensurate to his abilities. Derek Barnett, the guy we can't wait to see leave, is a depth player now. Being that rotation, hopefully he can stop the penalties, but we let him go off in the next year. Quez Watkins, same, was really good in 2021, but took a step back this past season. Then we drafted his replacement and let him go off and get paid elsewhere, and hopefully the change of scenery will spark a fire, light a fire underneath him, and he'll play to his capabilities, to his potential. Boston Scott, the guy just never quits. He's back for another 1-year deal. I think he'll be had as long as, like I said here, he's serviceable. He'll be good to go. Rick Lovato, doesn't really matter. Valuable position, but we don't need to talk about it. Kayvon Wallace, his snaps, as you can see here, have decreased with each and every passing year. He's a depth player at this point, easily replaceable, so nothing to worry about. Josiah Scott should not be mentioned. Easily replaceable, needs to be replaced. Suo Opeta, first guy off the bench, but he struggled last year. I think we lean on him to be the first guy off the bench this year, truly, because we're financially strapped and strapped for picks. So we can pick up somebody in free agency, but other than that, I don't think we'll draft a guy. I mean, we could draft a guy at guard, but I don't think we'll draft heavily at the position. One guy. Sean Bradley, core special teamer, nothing really to sniff at. We're not even sure he provides depth, because in the event someone gets injured, I don't have confidence in this guy coming in and giving you any quality snaps. Brett Toth, another French guy, could be a decent backup, but nothing really, to work with. I mean, much there that he's shown. And then all the new guys, all these guys are most likely going to move on in the next year. Replace with someone we draft this year. Likewise, someone we draft this year, someone we draft this year. Draft or a free agent, or it could be a trade. draft because it's deep this year. Draft most likely, and then could be another free agent next year. So let's go into the list and see how we prognosticate this out. So we're gonna have next year, upcoming 2024 free agents, a QB2 missing. So I mean, these are, like you see, for the most part, it's depth. Other than running back, Rashad Penny's kind of a quasi starter, because we do have, you know, Kenneth Gainwell, but you know, it depends. Like, this is as of pre-draft. You know, we're like a week out now, a week and a little bit of change. But you see mostly depth here. So like mostly what we have to work here with is guys who are gonna, you know, provide quality backup to the starters, and also positions that rotate in. They could be pivotal, and provide a spark, because at positions like D end, D tackle, and as well as, you know, corner and safety, depending on the defensive configurations, they might really give you, you know, a way to defend, you know, potent defenses and potent offenses, and then on offense, a way to attack, like receiver, tight end 2 and 3. So these guys, while not starters, could, you know, be pivotal in providing a spark on the attack and on the defense. And then we look at what we're gonna have beyond this, you know, this year, which is just very good, hopeful. Obviously we have Jalen Hurts, gonna lock him down. Running back 2 and 3. We have Gainwell, only 2 years, so after this year it'll be 1 year. So we'll need to plan for that. Do we extend them, or do we just, you know, look elsewhere? It depends on what we do in this draft, really, and how high caliber of a guy we get. If we say we get Bijan, we can just, for the next foreseeable future 4 or 5 years, just plug in guys behind him. Like Scott, he'll be here. Like, let's just say for 3 more cycles, so we can have those 2, and then just worry about the middle guy, who's gonna back up Bijan. But if we don't, like, I don't know who we get. A guy who's less dependable. We could always get a guy better than him. But that's why I want to lock the position away as one of the best guys in the league, he can be top 5 each and every year, and then put those guys in place behind him where we don't have to worry about our talent level or abusing them, you know, heavily, like they did to Zeke, for example. Wide receiver 1 and 2, Devontae and AJ, they're here for like 2 and 3 more years on their respective contracts, and that just salts the position away for, you know, the foreseeable future. Like, we're looking at pockets here. Tight end, I think Goddard is good for another 3 years after that. So, you know, like, it's just, you know, locked away. You don't have to worry about that. The tackles for at least 2 to 3 years, so we're good. And this is the best line in the league. Guard Dickerson for another like 2 to 3 years. Only thing we have to worry about is the right guard, who's going to play that position after the transition, most likely of Jason Kelsey. Center, like, we're going to have Jurgen slide in there, good for 3 years. DN 1 and 2, this 1 year after this for Reddick, and do we re-up with him because he's been productive for, you know, a year or 2. Hopefully so, but you can never, you know, count things out. Also with Sweat, I think we probably have like 2 or 3 more years with him, which is great. Jordan Davis, 3 more years, or you know, 4 more years with, you know, the rookie 5th year option, which is great. Nakobe Dean for another 3 years, and which is, you know, fantastic. I think he'll slide in, whether he plays OLB or MLB, he'll most likely slide in the MLB and then be our starter there for the next couple of years before we don't pay him. Cornerback 1 and 2 will be good for another 2 years with Darius Slay and Bradbury, but we have to worry about slipping a play because Darius is 32 this year, and then it'll be 35 by the time his contract ends. But you don't count on him really playing high quality until that last year. And then Avonte Maddox has another year, and then we're replacing him. And safety, Reed Blankenship will be there. Could be as depth or as a starter. I think maybe we could try him as a starter this year. So, but we might have to re-sign him, but probably would be on the cheap. So I mean, like you see here, the starting roster is really good to go. And with 2024, us having projected to have 12 picks, we're gonna have a wealth of capital to replace that first list of guys, the yellow guys, as well as provide depth behind these green guys, and then some of those guys, and then eventually that they're gonna leave, set ourselves up for success. So I mean, like we're in a great position right now, top 5 roster easy, and for the foreseeable future, it'll remain the same. Like I said, there's no news today, so we're gonna get up out of here. But you're not even watching though. Shorter video, cool. But anyways, as always, it's fly Eagles fly, and let's motherfucking go. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you want. Thanks for watching. Check me out at Cintron, Cintron Anime, Cintron Life, or Cintron Laughs, or other social media.